Hello and welcome. How's it going today? Yeah, we're gonna be checking out the Xbox event real fast. So that is how we're gonna start this stream, and then we will get to Xbox or to the Dark Souls trilogy run later. But first, we're gonna start off with this. I'm a little excited. I realized today that actually the last 3 years in a row, my game of the year has been at the Xbox Developer Direct. It was Hi-Fi Rush, it was Indiana Jones, and it was Expedition 33. So 3 years straight, I've gotten a game of the year game at this event. So I'm curious if they'll go for the four in a row. That's crazy to say the Game Freak is at an Xbox event. So bizarre. I wonder what the budget is of Beast of Reincarnation compared to Pokemon, because Pokemon has no budget. I'm pretty sure I saw like a game like Hades 2 had more budget than the latest Pokemon game. Also, they don't always, I guess, but they usually have like a surprise extra game. So I'm kind of curious to see if we'll get an extra game at this or no. All right. This year marks 25 years of Xbox, a milestone that celebrates the diverse storytellers, teams, and fans who brought these worlds to life. Let's take a closer look at some of the amazing games coming this year straight from the creators building them. 25 years of Xbox. All games shown today are available on day one with Xbox Game Pass. All games shown are also Xbox Play Anywhere. Buy one to play on Xbox console, Xbox on PC, and Xbox Cloud with cross saves and cross progression. Enjoy the show. I will try. If it's a good show, then I will enjoy it. If it's a bad show, then I won't enjoy it. All games you're about to see are in development and do not represent final products. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll keep the... Hopefully audio sounds good. I'll bump it a little bit. There we go. Forza. Fable. I'm excited to just see like uncut gameplay of Fable. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
The aesthetic and the overall presentation of this show has always been really good. Okay. Starting with Forza. It's weird to only have 2 studios announced for this since they're doing 2 games from one studio.
Welcome to this world-first look at Forza Horizon 6. I'm Torben,
Forza
Design Director
Horizon
for
6.
Horizon, and I can't wait to show you what the teams at Playground Games and Turn 10 have been working on.
And I'm Don Arcetta,
I'm really curious
Art
to see how
Director for
good
Forza Horizon.
Forza 6 looks. Let's bump this all the way.
And I'm Don Arcetta, Art Director for Forza Horizon. The Horizon Festival is a celebration of beautiful cars, hit music, and breathtaking locations around the world.
Okay, the hit music part
And now we're taking
has
you to
not
the
been
place we've
true.
wanted to visit for a very long time.
Just being honest.
Japan.
Wow.
We designed a campaign that really focuses on your journey. You don't start as a superstar of the festival or a racing champion or even a rookie. You'll start out as just a tourist in Japan. Your first goal is to join the Horizon Festival by completing the Horizon qualifiers. After that,
I
you
am
rise
looking
through
forward
the
to this.
ranks,
Like, I'm not
unlocking
the biggest
wristbands
racing
as you
fan in the
complete
world. I used to
races
play
in
quite a bit of
faster and
racing
more
games when I was a
exciting
kid.
cars.
But
At the end of each round,
Forza
you
Horizon 5 was really
prove
fun,
you're ready
actually,
to
and I ended
move
up playing like
by
30
completing
hours of it, which is
spectacular
a
events
lot
to
for me.
unlock your next wristband. These include classic Horizon showcases and our new Horizon Rush events, where you show off your skills on thrilling obstacle courses, like this one at the docks in Tokyo City. When you finally earn your gold wristband, you get access to Legend Island, an exclusive region of the world with unique events, tracks, and areas to explore, and that will be a true accomplishment. Throughout that journey, all of Japan outside the Horizon Festival is yours to explore at your own pace.
And that was some of the best
Let's
stuff in
talk about the location
Horizon
we've all
5.
been waiting
Just
for.
exploring around and finding like ramps and stuff and just exploring. It was
Japan
really
is
cool.
the ideal location for our biggest, most exciting game yet. Full of beautiful landscapes and stunning contrasts of rural and urban, modern and traditional. This is our largest map, full of verticality, diverse biomes, seasonality, and breathtaking driving experiences, elevated by Japan's unique car culture. So we knew from the start that we wanted to deliver the most compelling and authentic game possible. To help us create those experiences in-game, we sought out advice and insight from people who've lived with Japanese car culture their entire lives.
I may have to like re-watch this
As someone who grew up in
like
Los Angeles
on
and Tokyo, both
like
cities
at
known for
4K
car
on my
culture,
TV just to
I
get an
developed a passion
idea of
for
how good
cars
this is going to
early.
look.
I've also worked extensively supporting creative collaborations between Japanese and Western video game studios. Over the course of production, I had many conversations with the team about the nuances and the details of Japanese culture and how to reflect these in Forza Horizon 6. As an example, when we discussed naming options for the player home at Tokyo Docks, we discussed the building number, picking 7 and 8 because those two numbers are considered fortunate.
That was really
in
close.
In fact, these numbers are
We
also
got really
part of
close
the well-known
there.
Japanese proverb, "Nana korobi yaoki," which means never give up.
When our team builds a Forza Horizon game, we focus on the essence of the place, what makes it special and unique. At the start of production, our team traveled to Japan to capture reference for everything. Time lapses of real Japanese skies, photogrammetry of trees and geology, scans of roads and buildings, and things as simple as water kick-up and the way fallen cherry blossoms respond to passing cars. From
That's
these
so sick.
references, we then work to capture the soul of those places, adapting it for Horizon's open-world gameplay. And since Japan is home to driving experiences unlike anywhere else, that process begins with the roads. Inspired by the C1 Loop, Ginkgo Avenue, and mountain passes, like Mount Haruna and Bandai
Wow, this looks
Azuma.
really cool.
Then we layer in the details around them, creating a world where every road leads to discovery.
These details are nuts.
For this game, we've built our biggest urban area yet. Our Tokyo city is 5 times larger than anything we've designed before, with multiple districts, each with a unique identity. We work to create a city where every road,
Dude, this is
every
awesome.
corner, and every shortcut is fun to drive and a delight to explore.
Seasonal change
That
in
volumetric,
Japan is
the
dramatic,
fog effect
and these
is
changes are widely
really
celebrated
nice,
in
really
local culture.
atmospheric.
We've captured that in game so that you'll see those changes reflected in the world around you
What?
as you explore.
What is this?
That sense of exploration is at the heart of the game. Everything you find on your road
Fucking
trip in Japan
30
is something
feet
for you
deep
to
snow.
collect.
That's
Cars,
awesome.
houses, landmarks, mascots, and more, all tracked in your adventure journal.
Japan's car culture is one of the reasons we've been so excited for this location. And Forza Horizon 6 will feature more than 550 cars at launch. Those cars will have new body kits, new Forza Aero, and the ability to paint liveries on windows. We've also fully overhauled our roster to be better balanced across all performance classes, from D to our new top-end R-Class for track-focused cars. We've improved how each car is affected by the world. For example, with new cosmetic tire
Yeah,
wear,
one
so
thing with
each car
5 was that I felt like it was
authentically
almost
as you
too
rack up the
easy
miles
to
of
just
those
get like a
iconic
supercar
Japanese
and move
With more
on.
cars on day one than ever before, we've also created new ways to expand your car collection as you explore.
Whoa, that's crazy looking.
Parked on driveways around the world, you'll encounter our new aftermarket cars. They're always bargains and include some extremely rare and unique cars to show off in your garage. We're not just bringing classic JDM to life, but also showcasing some of the newest, most exciting cars in the world. And Forza Horizon 6 cover car is one of them.
Cover car.
The GR GT is a race-derived road car that combines motorsport performance with road-going excellence. And our game is the ideal place to experience the
Looks
most
like
modern
Bart's
iteration
second
of
car
Zoo Racing's
in
relentless
Simpsons Hit and
pursuit
Run.
of Japanese engineering perfection.
Our cars sound better than ever, with greater detail and remastered audio, all brought to life by new acoustic modeling technology, simulating the soundscape of the world.
That's awesome. That sounded awesome. You can still kind of see the line of like pop in.
Music is a huge part of the
So they
Horizon
haven't
Festival,
quite
and we're
gotten to
curating
like,
a diverse track list from
you know,
around the
full
world,
blown,
including exciting Japanese artists, so you can choose your perfect soundtrack
you
for
know,
racing, cruising, or
nanite
drifting.
type
And to
stuff.
complement the visual contrast of our map, we
There's still
captured
definitely an
extensive
element
field
when you're moving
recordings
really
across
fast where you can
all 4
see
seasons in Japan,
like
creating
it's almost like a
rich
circle
and
around the
truly
car
authentic
where there's a
world for you
point
to
where
experience.
you start loading in the higher detail assets, which has
In
always been
Forza
something that I
Horizon
found a
6,
little
you'll have new
distracting.
ways to shape that world with features that let you make a life for yourself in Japan. Our new customizable garages are the perfect place to do that. You'll find one of these at every player house, big enough for multiple cars, where you can freely decorate the entire space. And when
Wow.
you're done, you can invite your friends over to see what you've built.
Wow.
But the ultimate place to express your creativity is the estate. This mountain valley starts off completely empty and overgrown, but once you unlock it, you can build and decorate directly in the open world here. And anything you construct is permanent and visitable by your friends.
That's
Our
awesome.
teams are
That's actually
fully
really cool.
committed to Forza Horizon being the open world driving game for everyone. We'll be carrying forward all of our accessibility features from previous games. We'll also be adding in new options like proximity radar for competitive players and auto drive for players who want to lean back and appreciate the world in motion. Our major new
That's nice.
accessibility feature is customizable high contrast mode, making the open world of Japan visually accessible to everyone. No matter how you and your friends play, you can customize Forza Horizon 6 so you can play together.
Always cool to see the focus on
Japan
accessibility.
is world-renowned for its car meets, like Daikoku, and inspired by these experiences, Forza Horizon 6 will include new open-world car meets. These are places where you can show off your cars and characters, download tunes and liveries, and even buy a copy of the cars you see. Then head out together to explore, where you'll find classic events
That's really cool.
like street races and our new Toge battle.
I did feel
iconic
in
nighttime
5
races
like I
and
would see
Japanese
other people's
mountain
cars
passes.
driving around, but I couldn't actually like stop to really
There's more
take
to do
in what
the
they
open world than
customized
ever
and
before.
changed about it.
New shared experiences like Horizon.
I'm curious
Time
how
Attack
many
Circuits.
players actually go through the effort
These are
of
seamlessly part of the open
overhauling
world.
the way their car
no
looks.
Loads, no matchmaking, just a truly social experience with you, your friends, and the in-world leaderboard. Playing together is easier and more rewarding than ever.
Rabid Mr. Noodle.
Forza fans are incredibly creative, making everything from liveries to race events and scenic locations to explore. To support your creativity, we've added the ability to start building from anywhere, as well as loads of other player-requested improvements, all of which are also available in the estate and the customizable garage. We also know you love to collaborate, so in Forza Horizon 6, we're making building fully multiplayer. In Horizon Collab, you and your friends
Whoa.
can build anything you can imagine together.
That's actually huge, because now any of those big projects that would have been like too time consuming, you could find like a Discord of people to like work on a track all together. That sounds really cool.
We've been working on, and that you're as excited as we are for the game. We'll be launching on Xbox and PC on the 19th of May.
May 19th?
If you're a Forza fan on PlayStation, we'll be welcoming you to Japan later this year when our PlayStation version is ready. For now, though, stay tuned for more updates.
So probably like a 6-month thing.
And thanks for joining us. We can't wait to see you in Forza Horizon 6 as we discover
holiday
Japan
release
together.
for Forza Horizon 6 on PlayStation. Like that seems kind of smart business-wise. Wait a minute. Was that Voltron? Wow, this cover is awesome, actually. May 19th. All right, cool. Are they going to one of these other games? Okay, Game Freak. I feel like you end on Fable, so if they're, you know, if there's another game to be announced here, which they usually have a surprise game, it's going to be next, I would think.
皆さんこんにちは。ゲームフリークのゼネラルプロデューサー大森茂です。ここは東京にあ
I
る
know
ゲ
in
ームフリーク
Japan
の
the
オフィスです
producer and the developer role are kind of
ビーストオブ
flipped.
リンカネーションはかつてない
So
新しい体
so
験を
this guy's
作り出
technically
すことに
the
主眼
like
を
more
置いた
so the
ゲー
director,
ムフ
more
リ
the
ーク独自の
hands-on
取り組み
compared to
ギア
America where a
から生まれた
producer is just kind of
新しい
like
挑戦です
overarching
これ
like
まで
just
もポケットモン
management.
スターシリーズのほかソリティバ、ギガレッカーなど様々
Oh,
な
of course,
オリジナル
can't
ゲーム
forget
タイトルを
Pocket
世に
Card
送り出し
Jockey.
常に新しいアイデアや世界観の
Oh,
構
this
築
game
に
still
挑
looks
戦
like
して
it
い
is
ます。
struggling with the frame rate.
ビースト・オブ・リンカネーションはまさに新しい体験ができるゲームです。遠い未来、文明崩壊後の
Post-apocalyptic
手軽に
Japan.
侵食された日本。
That's my favorite
そして
kind of
一
Japan.
人と一匹のアクション RPG というゲームプレイで構
One
築されてい
person,
ます。
one dog.
この美しくも過酷なビースト・オブ・リンカネーションの世界で皆さんにも臨場感あふれる
Oh, hold on.
冒険を味わっていただくことができればと
This is running
心から
smooth.
願っています。
Wait a minute. Is it just the cutscenes that run like that? Is that a stylistic
を務めてきました。ただ新しいゲームに挑戦したいという強い衝動もずっとあったんです。
Because yeah, this is once again running at a very Garbo frame rate.
最初は黙々とそのゲームである感覚を自分の心に
Weird. Okay, so the cutscenes are running
世界観、
poorly,
キャラクターもゲームデザインも決めず
but
に
the actual general gameplay seemed pretty fluid overall.
そうしているうちにぬくもり、
See that once again, we're back to like a nicer frame rate. I don't know what's going on with that.
最もしっくりきたんです。自分の心に反応しました。
Cool.
隔離された主人公エマとこの世界を一緒に旅してい
Koo.
くぬくもりの
Emma and Koo.
Koo
Emma does not sound like a very like a name I would have expected for this
三島か
character.
らビースト・オブ・リンカネーションのコンセプトを聞いてとても興味を惹かれすぐに参加しようと心に決めました。長年ゲームフリークではポケットモンスターシリーズを通じ
Anything
て
to escape the
生き物
Pokemon
やパー
minds.
トナーを描いてまいりました。
They're
しかし
bringing up
今
Pokemon
回
a
のプロ
lot.
ジェクトでは過酷な世界を相棒と共に旅をするという体験
Which I
を目
mean-
指しています。
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
汚れと呼ばれる寄生植物が蔓延している世界がかつての文明の廃棄を覆い尽くすほどまでに植物が
Once
生い
again,
茂っ
this
た
looks pretty
過
good.
酷な環境となっておりダイナミックな移動が要求されます。
It would be kind of cool for Game Freak to have a little bit of a redemption arc and prove people wrong that they're not just
鶴のような神を
Pokemon
生の
slot
神にすること
merchants.
になりプロトタイプ
And they actually do have an element of
そしてそれがエマという人物の
creativity
バックグラウンドとキャラクタ
and
ーデザインを
artistic
形作っていったんです。
value. That would be cool to see a little redemption from them.
これまでゲームフリークは動植物や自然と真摯に向き合ってきました。形状を自由に変えられて武器のように鋭くなりつつも美しい、そんな中核となるモチーフとして植物を選びました。 ただ単に美しい植物を風景で表現するだけではなく、遊びにも植物を取り入れました。しっくりとくるモチーフを見出し、ゲームデザインとモチーフを紐付けることはポケットモンスターシリーズの開発を通じて培ってきた重要なステップです。モチーフが決まった段階でコンセプトアーティストの幸田一馬さんご協力のもと、この世界のビジュアルを形作っていくことにしました。エマとクーの姿を思い描いた時、自然に支配される世界の舞台として日本がぴったりだと考えました。日本の昔から続く山々に囲まれた自然豊かな風景と SF が入り混じった世界をエマとクーが歩く姿を自然にイメージできました。さらに植物をモチーフとした重要な存在として、植物と動物が融合した生物でもある腐植体も出来上がっていきました。腐植体のデザインは当時私が注目していたデジタルアーティストの森田裕樹さんにお願いすることにしました。
They haven't shown that much like combat. That's kind of more so what I want to see. And they're kind of showing the same boss over and over again, which has me a little worried about things.
西暦4026年の日
本4026
昔に発生した汚れという名の寄生植物の影響で人類の大半が消滅した後の世界です。エマは腐植体を狩り、その汚れを自分の体に封じ込めることができるという特別な能力を持っています。ただそれがゆえにエマは恐れられ、人々が住むコロニーから隔離され暮らしています。エマと彼女の相棒となるクーは日本の東の地で出会います。そのクーの目的がこのゲームの謎の一つでもあります。
名前は何だ？クーだ。クーから目を離さない方がいい。
Who named it Koo? How do you know it's named Koo, Brad? I thought that was what's his name? The actor that played the Mandarin. For like a fraction of a second, I was like, what?
そのためにこの世界に存在する強力な腐植体、主を討伐し、その力を取り込んでいくことになります。
Cool. Cool little plant guy.
汚れを封じることができるエマにしかできない。
And once again, we're back to this boss fight. This is the only boss fight we were prepared to show today.
最も象徴的な存在です。汚れに寄生されて巨大化していった生物たちです。エマとクーが戦う。
Dude, it looks like an MMO with all the menus and stuff.
その巨体で世界を蹂躙していきました。
Is it kind of Final Fantasy 16-esque in the sense of like commanding Torgal in that game? It's so pretty. I like that all the attacks are like pretty instead of, you know, spikes and craziness. It's just like flowers.
プレイヤーの行く手を阻むのです。そしてこの世界にはゴーレムというもう一つの勢力があります。ゴーレムは過酷な世界を生き残るため、かつての人間が魂を機械の体に転生した2000年の間に凄まじい戦闘技術を身につけましたが、一方で魂は劣化してしまっていて、
Given that they pump out Pokemon games every year or two, I'm kind of curious how much of the staff has been working on this, given its scope.
長い旅をサポートするブラッド、カグラであったり、あとはクナイというエマと同じように腐植体を連れた剣士とも巡り合います。
What?
エマとクーは
Why does she have a plant unicorn?
互いの力を影響させ合いながら戦います。例えばエマが敵の動きを極め攻撃を受け流すとクーに力がたまり開花技という強力な効果を持った技を発動できます。
Wait, okay, that was cool. And then there's like a critical, so it kind of has like the God of War system of like build up the stun meter to then get an insta kill.
エマはヒガンバナの大輪を咲かせ、その大輪に跳躍して兜割りを行うことができます。また別の開花技を使えば敵を
Kind of reminding me of Kingdom Hearts in the way that you're like in combat and then you cast, or like Final Fantasy 7.
ターンベースの RPG コマンド
There's a
を
level
考え
system.
ること
This
で
guy's level
スキ
15.
ルを磨くほどにエマとクーの連携は研ぎ澄まされていきます。互いに補い合う関係で2人は常につながっているんです。エマとクーにはそれぞれスキルツリーがあり、エマが行動すればクーに影響を与え、クーが行動すればエマに影響が与えられるようにしました。またエマとクーの親密度が上昇するにつれて装備できるスキルも多くなります。様々なスキルを組み合わせることで独自のプレイスタイルを作っていくことができるんです。さらにエマとクーを結びつける霊秘石やエマが受け流しを行った際に発動する刀の効果を重ねていくことなので、
Yeah, this is looking very Square Enix-y.
遠距離だけで戦う人もいればステルスだけで戦う人もいますし、
Is this like Game Freak's attempt at like a Horizon style game?
戦闘を仕掛ける人もいれば、
You know?
クーを先行させて戦わせる人もいます。
Stealth and RPG builds, but now with like more of a level enemy focus. I don't know.
プレイヤーの皆さん次第です。
I mean, it's like it's a Game Pass title, so you have the freedom of like experimentation, knowing people will give it a try if they're subbed, right?
はるか昔に汚れに追い尽くされた美しくも過酷な新たな世界、企画構想から6年間、私たちはこの世界に数えきれない
It's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know if I'm like all in on it. I just want to try it because it's just hard for me to picture how the game feels, you know? Looking at the gameplay.
全てのプレイヤーの皆さんにビースト・オブ・リンカネーション
Do you have a release date, or is it just later this year?
本作は今年の夏
This summer. Okay. Xbox, PC, and PlayStation.
プレイステーションでリリースされます。
Not on Switch. That's kind of
発
interesting.
売初日から Xbox ゲームパスでプレイ可能です。ぜひウィッシュリストにご登録ください。
This was probably a pretty big get though for
渾身の
for Game Pass.
どうぞご期待ください。
The cutscenes just look really rough. The gameplay itself, though, actually looks solid. I just want to play it to experience it myself. This is one of those games I think would really benefit from a demo, but I guess you could just argue, well, it's on Game Pass, so. All right, is there an extra game? Yes. Question mark? Who is it? Double Fine! Oh shit! Holy shit! Wait, we're getting a new Double Fine game? Oh my god! It's fucking Cairn! Isn't that the name of it? This is the pottery game that they've been working on forever. Tim Schafer, I love you.
Oh, hello. I'm Tim Schafer, founder and studio head of Double Fine Productions. And this is Elizabeth Larkin, senior tools programmer and junior in-house ceramicist. At Double Fine, we try to take a little time every so often and create quick game prototypes. Anyone in the company can pitch a game.
Yeah.
And we have a vote on which ones we want to try to make. We forget the projects we're currently working on, basically get amnesia, and we do this for 2 weeks. That's a fortnight. And we build a few of these experimental game prototypes. We call this process Amnesia Fortnight. We've had all sorts of great ideas come out of this process. It's just like this clay. With a little bit of pressure and creativity, something interesting is created that wasn't there before. Our next game came out of Amnesia Fortnight.
Right.
It's all about encouraging you to create with others, and then use what you create to destroy each other.
What?
Don't worry, it's easy to make a new pot if you're playing Kiln.
Kiln! That's what it's
multiplayer
called, not
pottery
Cairn.
party brawler.
Online multiplayer pottery brawler. You actually make the pots? Oh, I'm so happy for this. Yes, Brutal Legend. We love this game.
We
Yes,
love to
Psychonauts. We
explore
love this
new and
game.
original ideas here at Double Fine, alongside last year's Weird But Chill game Keeper, featuring surreal and dreamlike exploration.
Yeah, that game was awesome.
Kiln is the other side of that coin, bringing high energy, expressive multiplayer action. You'll get a chance today to see how we're continuing to foster our spirit of creativity with this next game. Derek Brand spearheaded this pitch, and he's here today to talk about this fully realized Double Fine experience he's leading with his team.
Kiln is a multiplayer party brawler, and is just as much about the act of trading with your friends as it is fast-paced competitive destruction. We built this game to respond to your creative design choices, as well as your relentless cruelty to anthropomorphized clay pots.
No.
I've spent my career as a concept artist, focused on coming up with unique characters and environments.
I love that Double Fine gives people this opportunity.
Which got me wondering, what would a game look like that included not just the cathartic element of destruction and action, but the equally cathartic act of creation I was familiar with as an artist? I stumbled on the answer one day. What better solution than a pottery wheel? We wanted to give players the ability to create characters out of any shape and to make sure that what you make has a charming, animated personality. You start off as a little helpless, naked spirit.
Their butts are out.
Capable of much in this state. Thankfully, you are capable of manipulating clay, and a pottery wheel is the perfect place for the creation of a new
Wow,
game.
I think this game might go triple platinum in my
When it
house.
comes time for destruction, those shapes needed to translate into capable fighters. Pots that can compete in
I
challenges
immediately
in a way
want
that
to
only
try
pots
this.
can. Our game mode, Quench, brings all of that together in a 4v4 combat party atmosphere. You and your friends need to balance your pot's shape and abilities with its capacity for carrying water into enemy territory. Here, you'll navigate through the environment with your team's unique creations. Avoid or destroy incoming enemy warriors. And of course,
There's actually like
fill
an
your pot up
element of
with water,
strategy to this too, because it seems like
ultimately douse the enemy's kiln
it's
and win the
taking
game.
some account of like size into the matter and making you slower. So you can make like one person as like a big pot to carry a lot of the water, and then everyone else could be like smaller melee focused pots that are quick and aggressive.
With Kiln, we wanted to give players what we know they've always wanted from Double Fine. A best-in-class pottery sim, of course. With this strange concept came lots of design challenges, though, because it's a game about pots that have to transform into bespoke ceramic warriors. We had to figure out how to make an art tool, a character builder, and a loadout system all together, while keeping the whole experience approachable for anyone, not just pottery masters. After many iterations balancing simulation with arcade-like simplicity, we landed on a design that lets you feel like a master potter who can easily make any pottery shape you could dream up.
This
Even if
is
you've never seen a potter's
awesome.
wheel.
Wow.
It's weirdly satisfying.
Yeah, it looks really satisfying.
carefully married
It
the
looks
clay
really
technology with the
cool.
behavior of the sculpting tools
What
it
am I watching?
controls
This is the
to
Xbox
make sure
Developer
anyone can
Direct.
pick it up in
They're showing off a
seconds.
couple new games.
Refine it
And
with sponges,
this is one of
shapers,
the
and
new
straight edge
games.
tools to get specific
This
and
is,
making it
I have to go back to a meeting, but I will be back. Oh, okay. Well, we'll be back with Dark Souls in about 30 minutes.
As you sculpt, you'll notice the game recognizing the different shapes you've made. It'll automatically detect when you're shaping things like cups, vases, bowls, and many more.
So that means we had to ask ourselves, if I was a vase, and this vase that I just made was now my body, what can
Tell me about
I,
it when I get
as a
back.
vase,
Will do.
do?
Every pot and kiln needs to have a core set of moves fit for a warrior. To run, jump, attack, and roll. They also must have moves fit for a pot to fill up with water and then splash that water out. Each shape has its own unique way of performing these moves. And because your shape matters, the animation team has taken on the challenge of bringing those different pot shapes to life in surprising ways. In addition to these core moves, each shape also has its own special attack, which we push to be the most fun and over-the-top
Oh.
moments in the game. Cups
That's
popping
interesting. Popcorn.
bottles turning into swords, jugs blaring like megaphones, plates flinging pies. Everyone's shape is doing something different and exciting.
As you fight over the water on the battlefield and try to extinguish your opponent's kiln,
I'm definitely going to be like begging some people
you'll
to
have
try
pay
this out with
attention to
me.
each map's unique nuances. Our mantra of shape matters carries over into our maps. We specifically designed our maps to integrate with how you choose to play and what pot you choose to play as. So you'll see things like secret tunnels that only fit certain size pots, and pathways that are only traversable with certain shapes.
You'll fight on fractured, floating pieces of ancient history, like an ancient Greek nightclub fit for Dionysus. It's even got a dance floor. Navigate Athena's giant strategic
They actually
war map,
dance if you don't move. That's awesome.
inflating sponge warriors with water to rearrange the battlefield to your advantage. Fight in the Egyptian god Set's dingy punk venue, complete with a mosh pit where only one pot can emerge unbroken.
Leverage your unique creations. Everything from your size,
Wow. I am so excited to
capacity
show this
to carry
game
water,
to everyone.
your speed to cross the battlefield, and other choices you can make will define how you want to approach your playstyle. Do you want a team full of large cups, maximizing your dousing potential?
Yeah, this is what I was noticing, was that there's a genuine strategy aspect of being like
or a unique
mobile,
combination
aggressive,
you've
or
discovered
big.
that balances power and splash ability. If you're skilled enough to end up at the enemy kiln with lots of water, you can unleash a powerful super splash ability that does tons of damage and makes the kiln vulnerable to further
This
attacks,
is way better than League of
letting
Legends.
you and your team dunk on the enemy kiln to either win big or turn the tide and make a comeback.
And that is how it's done.
At the end of a round, the cycle of creation and destruction loops around again, and now you're back in the wedge, a multiplayer lobby where you can hang at the wheel and make something cool with your friends. You've just earned XP points and chips from battle. Now you can load up on art supplies and expand your pot-making options.
I think of the game being so much about the fighting. But when
stickers.
people play it, they just want to create all day long.
Our decoration system was designed to support your creativity. As we did with the design of the sculpting process, we looked to the pottery studio for inspiration. We found ways to translate the experience of adding spouts, lids, and handles, as well as glazing to kiln. Every design choice we made ultimately serves the goal of enabling a near infinite range of possibilities. We can't wait to see what your favorite designs are.
It's all about my pizza party themed small jug. It becomes a drill that can
He
dive
had-
under enemies.
he had a
and it
little-
pops up with a special delivery of destruction.
He had a little pizza cutter as an
I love
arm.
A medium jug, a simple handle, a 2-layer watermelon glaze, and I'm ready to bring the good vibes into the chaos.
That's awesome.
My favorite is the large vase. It has a UFO-like animation, and it's great for team defense and protecting your Bix.
Hands down, the best pot shape is a small bowl. It's perfect for sneaking past enemies. Plus, its ice cream theme special is so cute.
One of my favorite warrior pots has to be the medium base. It's decently fast for invading enemy players and matches. The decorations really make it shine. A curved elbow spout, cupid's handle, some spiked charms with a rainbow glaze, and one butt sticker. You can't go wrong with butt stickers.
My favorite pots use the absolute most material possible to make the biggest pots possible. I call it tiny.
Of course you do.
Whichever pot you decide to create, whether you're a budding artist or a seasoned gamer, you'll be fulfilling your pottery power fantasies when Kiln launches in spring 2026
Spring.
on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC.
That's awesome.
This is just the beginning of the pottery party as we bring regular updates throughout the year with expanded decorations, new activities and game modes, and much more. Creating is more fun together.
I really hope this
and we
game
love
does
your
well.
help sculpting this experience. Be on the lookout.
It's
for
tough
Throwdown,
with
fellow
multiplayer
Double
games to
Fine
keep
fans,
people
and join
like
the Double
interested
Fine
for a
Action
long time, but
Insiders
this
for an even
is one
earlier
of those
look
games
and
I
a
would
chance
love to
play in
just
our
come
closed
back to
beta
every now and
very
then.
soon.
You want me to say it 5 times? That's mean. Am I supposed to? Okay. This game is called Kiln, an online multiplayer party brawler, online multiplayer party brawler. I'll never do it twice. Okay, I can do it again. Online multiplayer party brawler. It's getting better. Online multiplayer party brawler.
Got it. And on PS5. That's huge. Wishlist today. That's awesome. Man, I'm so happy Kiln is actually a real game. I remember seeing like a pottery platformer that they were working on like forever ago and being like, man, that seems really cute. Keeper ended up being more like what I thought Kiln would be. That is incredibly interesting what that is.
Where I'm thrilled to share our very first deep dive
chicken
into a game
outfit.
We've been making here for a really, really long time. Fable. Playground Games is renowned for fun, immersive, and visually stunning open-world experiences.
True.
Since 2010, we've been developing the Forza Horizon series right here in Royal Leamington Spa.
True.
A charming little town in the middle of England.
Also true,
As
I
Horizon has
think.
grown,
I don't know if
have
it's
we.
charming, but it's
Over
a
the
little,
past
and
few
it's in
years,
England.
We've built a new team to carry that reputation into a new genre that we are incredibly passionate about. Fable is Playground's first open-world action RPG, and we couldn't be more proud to be carrying on the work of the legendary Lionhead Studios, the original creators of the franchise. And although
Good
our
shout.
game is a new beginning, I think
I think it's important to acknowledge the roots here. A lot of people are really passionate about Fable.
That we all love. At the heart of our game is a simple, recurring question. What does it mean to you to be a hero? Our game is about choices and their consequences. It's packed with action, drama, British humour, moral dilemmas, and quite a few chickens. All of this combines in a fairy tale which could only be Fable.
In classic Fable fashion, you begin the game as a child, growing up in the sleepy rural village of Briar Hill. It's here that in a moment of extreme danger, your heroic powers first emerge, and we discover that you are Albion's first hero in a generation. But not long afterwards, disaster strikes, and the people of your village, including your beloved grandma, are turned to stone by a mysterious stranger. Suddenly alone in the world, you'll set off on an adventure which will change Albion forever.
Venturing out into the world is a huge moment because this is Albion like you've never seen it before. Idyllic rolling hills, magical forests, bustling villages, sleepy hamlets, oversized vegetable patches, and stunning vistas. And because our Albion is truly open world, for the first time, you'll be able to explore this rich and detailed world seamlessly, with the freedom to go where you want from early in the game.
We can't wait to welcome you back to Albion's iconic capital city, Bowerstone. Home to Fairfax Castle, the old clock tower, and the legendary Heroes Guild.
It's a huge city, full of contrasts. Rich and poor, nobles and commoners, royalty and criminals. You'll spend plenty of time here during the game, as you discover the secrets of the Heroes Guild and its reclusive guildmaster, Humphrey the Golder.
In the north of Albion, you'll find mountains.
I love the atmosphere there.
Spooky marshes. Ooh. And the bleak, windswept city of Bloodstone. Here you'll meet the
I wonder
leaders
how
of
they'll
two
handle the
rival gangs,
multiplayer aspect.
vying for power.
'Cause I feel like Fable
and
3 in
uncover the
particular
secrets of
was
the sinister,
quite,
but extremely
you know, that game had faults,
cult
but like
of
people really
shadows.
loved the multiplayer.
Our Albion is beautiful, handcrafted, and richly detailed.
In Albion, heroes are
I
special.
wish it was running
Different.
smoother.
They're stronger than regular people. They're more skillful, more charismatic. More importantly, they're those rare humans who can harness and use magic in the world around them. They have the power to do what they want.
And so do you. In our game, we want you to play as the hero you want to be. And that starts with being able to choose how your hero character looks.
So, in Fable, you'll be able to pick from a range of different character heads and customize your clothing, hair, skin tone, tattoos, and scars, so the hero you play represents you.
But as well as your appearance, you can be the hero you want to be through the way you play, through the skills and abilities you learn, and through the weapons you use.
Just like the classic trilogy, heroes in our game fight with a combination of strength, skill, and will. Seamlessly blending melee and ranged weapons with magical abilities gives us style-weaving combat. Allowing you to show off your personal playstyle.
Wow, this fog is insane looking.
Against single opponents and large groups of enemies alike.
This is really interesting. Like, it's so
Melee is
pulled
at the
back.
heart of our close quarters combat.
The camera is. It's not like quite over the shoulder like
often knocking
Souls.
enemies off balance and executing stylish finishers.
It also reminds me more of like
Swap
Harry
ranged
Potter,
weapons
you
to
know?
bypass enemy guard. And deal with troublesome flying enemies. And of course, you'll be able to unleash your powerful spells to both manipulate and devastate your opponents.
Damn,
We're
that looked
excited to
awesome.
be bringing back some fan-favorite adversaries for you to fight.
They can hit their own guys. That's awesome.
As our Balverines, Hollowfolk, and Trolls.
Oh wow, the armor made that guy.
And we're adding brand new enemies too, like this fearsome cockatrice, a giant.
I was gonna say, that's the
cockatrice. Each enemy family is different, with their own weaknesses to exploit and defenses to overcome. But with all the unique tools in your combat toolbox, how you defeat your enemies is up to you.
The spells look really cool, actually. I do.
But there's more
I
to
could
being a
already
hero
see
in
like
Albion than
cool
fighting.
combos with those.
So much more. When we talk to people about their favorite memories of the original games, so many of their stories were about the stuff you can do when you weren't just being a hero. The normal, everyday stuff which happened when you interacted with the people of Albion.
For me,
I really hope it has like a 60 FPS mode for consoles. I'm curious to see how it'll run on like PC.
The crazy thing about the classic Fable games was that in the middle of a sprawling RPG was almost a complete other game where you could just mess around with the villages and townsfolk.
And we've built that same experience in the middle of our game too.
Good.
Buying a house, getting a job.
Oh wow.
Making some money.
Romancing a villager, getting married, having kids.
Fancy a date?
Perfect. You can get to know me better.
Buying another house. Buying every house in Albion. Buying every business in Albion. Getting rich.
Marrying a bunch more people, having a bunch more kids, probably getting divorced along the way for good measure.
And this game within a game is unique to Fable. It's systemic, interconnected, and you see the ripple effects of the things you do everywhere you go.
And all of this revolves around the people who live in Albion, who we call the living population. There are more than 1,000 of them, and every single one is unique. Each of them has a name, a role, a daily routine, and their own personality.
That's
you
impressive.
You could follow any one of them for a day.
Meddling in
watch
foreign
them live their
elections.
life.
There's a game that I
Go
need you to see
Spend some leisure time on hobbies, then go home to bed.
because I want to play
But
it.
what's even cooler is that you
And
can
it's
talk to
multiplayer.
every single one of them in fully voiced conversations and interact with them in loads of different
And
ways.
it's way better than League
Maybe
of
the job
Legends.
they go to is working for you because you hired them to work in one of your businesses.
Hey, you. Working hard? How can I help you, boss?
Maybe the bed they sleep in is in a house you own because you're the landlord.
Or maybe their bed is on the street because you evicted them.
All right.
Oh, it's you. You're awful.
And all of the stuff
You
you do
evicted
affects what they think of you.
You're a legend.
Because everything you do builds your reputation.
Very impressive. Now that's an hero right there.
Morality has always been
YouTube has
super
10-hour
important
delay,
to
so I'm
Fable.
wondering now.
That
Yeah,
tension
I don't know
between
what to
good
do
and
about the
evil
YouTube delay.
underpinned
It's
all
just
of the
like that
original
with
games.
Restream.
And morality is central to our game too. But we have a slightly
I need to
different
look
take
into
on
some
it.
setting options.
For us, morality isn't black and white. There are lots of grey areas. And importantly, morality is subjective. No two people see things exactly the same way.
I never really messed around with Fable all that much, to be
And that's
honest.
how it works in our game too.
So I'm kind of
Everything
curious
you
to
do
see how
earns you a
this is
reputation.
received by actual like Fable fans.
And every person in Albion will have a different reaction to you as a result.
Hello there.
Yeah, we get it. You're rich.
They'll remember things you did directly to them. They'll
Thinks you're a
love
rich
you or
twat.
hate you for the choices you make, and they will always tell you why. Although, usually from a safe distance.
Our game will never judge you, but the people of Albion will, loudly.
Imbecile.
Your reputation is created by the choices you make, and you are going to make a lot of them. Big choices, little choices, moral choices, and some choices that will actually change the landscape of Albion for the rest of your game. We call this idea, Your Choices Change the World. Let's give you an example.
Well, I
Early
don't
in
think
the
they went
game,
through
you
a
meet
second
character
pass on
named
that
Dave,
name.
An egotistical gardener in a rural village who discovers a magical growth formula. He accidentally turns himself into a giant and becomes a big problem. It'll be your job to deal with him, and ultimately it will be your choice whether to kill him or to spare him. If you kill him, his giant corpse will lie on the farmland just outside of town for the rest of the game.
And that is going to affect house prices. It will also affect what a lot of the villagers think about you.
Especially Dave's sister. In Fable, the choices you make will define you. What does being a hero mean to you?
At Playground Games, we've built a pedigree for beautiful, immersive, open-world experiences. Yes, they've typically involved sports cars, but this is a passion project.
So we've
for
put
all
a
of us
sports
here.
car in Fable.
Every member of this team, which we've built from scratch, has two key things in common: a deep love for the franchise and a burning desire to bring it back. We're making this for Fable fans just like us, but also to introduce Fable to gamers who've never played the series before. It's been great to finally tell you a little about the game we're making. There'll be much more to share as we get closer to our launch. I'm excited to tell you today that Fable is coming to Xbox, PC, and PlayStation in autumn 2026.
Okay.
From all of us here, thanks for watching.
Day one launch on PS5 too. Okay. There we go. There we go. So 3 years in a row, I have gotten a Game of the Year game from this show. Hi-Fi Rush, Indiana Jones, and Expedition 33. The question now is one of these going to be Game of the Year? We'll have to find out. What's happened so far? Well, it's just 4 games that they show at this, so they showed all 4 of the games, and it's wrapping up right now. Forza Horizon 6 looks good. If you played Forza Horizon 5, it's just like more, which is good. Beast of Reincarnation from the Pokemon devs here looks kind of interesting. And more polished than I expected to look given Pokemon devs. Fable looks very grandiose, but I don't know. They didn't show like all that much gameplay, so it's kind of hard to say how interesting playing it's gonna be. But my favorite game was Kiln. I'm really excited to play this with some people. Let's see. Thanks for watching. Okay, let me go back. Kiln. It was the 3rd game shown.
It's all about.
So Kiln is a 4v4 pottery game where you literally like make your pots, and then you go in a game and you're trying to like collect water and put out the opposing
We built
teams
this game to respond to your creative design choices.
water. But yeah, you literally
As well
like
as your
build your
relentless
pots
cruelty,
pre-game.
Anthropomorphized clay pots.
And then, yeah, depending on like the way you build them, they'll fall into like certain classes, which gives them access to, you know, certain movement options and speed and special abilities.
Which got me wondering, what would a game look like that included not just the cathartic element of
And
destruction
the
action,
pottery
equally
aspect of the game
cathartic
is actually
creation
super
I
in
was
depth.
familiar
Like
with as an
they're
artist.
showing a ton of
I stumbled on the
variety
answer
in
one
these
day.
pots.
What better solution than a pottery wheel?
Yeah,
wanted to
this
give
is
players the ability to create characters out of any shape and to make sure that what you make has a charming, animated personality. You start off as a little helpless, naked spirit. You're not capable of much in this state.
this
Thankfully, you
game
are
is the
capable
one
of
that like
manipulating
really
play,
popped out
and
to
a
me.
pottery wheel is the perfect place for the creation.
Yeah, because
of
look
new
how
world.
in depth this actual like pottery system
And when it comes
is.
time for destruction, those shapes needed to translate into capable fighters.
And then,
Pots
yeah,
that
you have
can
the
compete in
actual fighting.
challenges in a way that only pots can. Our game mode, Quench, brings all of that together in a 4v4 combat party atmosphere.
Go forward a little bit. Yeah, show me more of the actual pottery system. Yeah, the character builder.
For anyone, not just pottery master.
Because yeah, you've got like an actual cursor that you use to affect
After many
the pot
iterations
design
balancing
itself.
simulation with arcade-like simplicity,
And
we
then
landed on
also
a
you could
design
put
that
like
looks and
handles
feels
and
like a
different
master
attachments and
potter.
stickers,
You can
and then
easily
also
make any
paint
pottery
them.
shape you could dream up, even if you've never seen a potter's wheel. It's
That's
weirdly
so cool.
satisfying.
Like what?
We've carefully married the clay technology with the behavior of the sculpting tools and controls.
The one thing I wonder is, are they going to have some sort of like preset system of like, you know, your like you can save your favorite designs so that way you can like quickly make them, or do they really want you to just be making these like constantly? There is a collection I see in the top left over there. So I'm wondering if that's like your preset designs. But you can see on the right here, you've got different like shapes, and those shapes are like considered different classes. That determines your capacity for how much water you can carry, and also what your like super ability is.
To make sure anyone can pick it up in seconds. Refine
Yeah,
it with
this looks
sponges,
awesome.
shapers, and
This looks
straight
so
edge
cool.
tools to get specific and make it yours.
Like, it's immediately charming.
As you sculpt, you'll notice the game recognizing the different shapes you've made. It'll automatically detect when you're shaping things
Like,
like
I
cups,
immediately want to play this.
vases,
Comes out in the
bowls,
spring. It's on
and
Game
many
Pass.
more.
It'll be on Game Pass. I'm curious how much it costs outside of
me
Game Pass. Like,
ask
is this going to be like a $20
If I was a
game?
vase, and this
Since it's
vase
just
that I
multiplayer
made
only.
was now my body. What can I, as a vase, do?
Really cool. Really, really, really cool. But that's it for the Developer Direct. We'll see how all these games look out. That was fun, though. Make it pop shape like a dick and balls immediately. See, that's what I thought, too. I was like, oh, dude. Immediate dick and balls pot. The least useful one, too. Probably has, like, a terrible ability. If it were me making the game, I would actually have the system be able to identify the dick and balls pot so that way I could, like, make it terrible. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm gonna pop up Steam real fast. They said Kiln was already, like, something you could, like, wish list. So I'm kind of trying to see if it's, like, on here. Okay, nothing came up when I searched Kiln. Because I'm curious what the cost is gonna look like on this. Oh, okay, that's weird. That's mostly what I want to know. Not that they put out many, like, full-priced games. I don't remember Gang Beasts being related to Double Fine. I guess it was? Huh. Or is it just recommended? A Double Fine game, when playing it with others, it took more than a few seconds to players laugh at. Oh, it's only getting recommended because a review said it's like a Double Fine game. Why is it? That's the only reason it's showing up when I search Double Fine. That's so weird. Anyways, yeah, I mean, Keeper was $30. Where's one of their other like multiplayer games? Iron Brigade was $15. Costume Quest was $10. So those are the types of games that this is supposed to be. Stacking was $10. So it's looking like it would be in that like $20 realm, I would guess. So outside, if you didn't have Game Pass, which if you have Game Pass, you can just play through Game Pass. But I'm really, really interested in this game for sure. Do I want to see what people are saying? Let's go to Reddit.
Every pot and
I liked a lot of these times in the reaction streams. I like to see what people are saying about this stuff. Oh, there was a PS5 trailer for that? That's interesting. Our Games discussion. They don't have a thread for this, do they? A lot of people are talking about Fable. Maybe there's some news in here. Showcase was incredibly impressive for what we got. Incredible showcase. I didn't have expectations, but I'll pick this up day one. Firestone looks gorgeous. Social system looks ambitious. 3-button combat is back. Looks super weighty. Why did they not show how good or evil you can be is kind of crazy. The combat looks whack, but everything else looks so good. Okay, to be fair, they did show that you can literally like become a multi-millionaire and just buy up every house in a town and evict people. So I think they showed you can be pretty goddamn evil. So I'll push back on that comment. Looking like a real successor. Okay, so people seem pretty excited about this. What about Cairn? I want to see what people are saying about Cairn. I want to see someone react to that. Gameplay teaser. Of course, Forza looked amazing. It looked gorgeous. Looks promising. Saw the perception for the first game is back, which is excellent. I don't know what the progression system looked like in the first game. Progression was what turned me off most about these games. Was the first one better? Yeah, you started off with a 95 Volkswagen Corrado as a nobody at a Horizon Festival, and after completing some entry-level races, you could win a Mustang Mach 100 boss or something by racing an airplane. You progressed by earning with wristbands that gave you access to more races against higher performance cars, which is, of course, the main method, or you get free shit every 50 minutes. And that was one of my issues with Forza Horizon 5, is it did not take long to get a crazy thing. Listen, this looks like it has all the hallmarks of a Double Fine charm, but I don't know a single soul on the planet who wants a multiplayer game from them. When I heard the rumors, they made multiplayer games in the past, so that's immediately weird. They had actually greenlit this game. I hope they would have pivoted the concept of being a single-player experience. There's too much competition in the space. I can understand that. I will always love the weird shit that Double Fine makes. That's kind of how I feel. I mean, it's cute. I just don't have room for another multiplayer game. The reaction to this in stream has been kind of a bummer. Yes, it was a bad idea to present it this way. Yes, Double Fine is better off with a single player, but it's sad to see. Man, apparently people really don't like this. Let's go to Reddit. Well, it's just the easiest way, right? It's better than Twitter. People do not seem all that impressed by that. There's only one comment on this, and I can't even read it because they're probably shadow banned. Developer Direct. Okay, let's read the comments on this one. Forza Horizon 6 looks very solid. Looks like they listened to the criticism leveled at 5. Progression wristbands from the original. Yep. Yeah, and then there was a Gundam teaser at the end for their first crossover thing. Let me skip the fucking cutscenes. Fair. Beast Free Incarnation looks really good. Make sure it makes a nice change from making basic Pokemon games from Game Fruit. Cool. Was that a fucking Gundam at the end? Yes. Forza Horizon 6. People are just talking about Kiln looks really cool. I'm curious about the balance of the overall longevity, but nice to see something like this. Yes. It's very creative, very different. The thing is that I think a lot of people have the perspective of like a multiplayer game needs to live for a certain amount of time. And I don't think that that's true. Like, they very easily could add, if the game has like split screen support, they could very easily add like a split screen 4-person like battle royale type mode, and the game will live forever without the need of servers, without the need of a player base, and just be a fun game that people who liked it could revisit. Like, I feel like we're in this Fortnite mentality of like a multiplayer game isn't successful unless it builds a massive audience and lives for like a decade. And I just don't think that that's true. Kiln is not trying to replace Fortnite in your game rotation or Apex Legends or Overwatch or whatever the fuck you're playing. Like, it's a fun party game that you could play with your friends. You could play it a couple weekends a year, and it's just still going to be there for you. You know, that's the aspect. I think the only mistake that they have is that the only game mode that they showed in that trailer was 4v4, which would require 8 players. If they have other game modes that they're going to add that is more suited to a smaller player count, then it's fine. Yeah, it's gonna be good. So I feel like a lot of people are going in with this overwhelmingly negative mindset because of the state of multiplayer games, but not every multiplayer game needs to be like that. The game's very creative, it's very interesting, and it looks immediately fun to play with. It just needs like a smaller game mode, which they already said there's more game modes, and then that's it. Boom, you're done. Like, it's fine. So I don't really like the negative mentality about it. Game Freak's game just looks so blah. Forza looks really strong and most hyped for Fable. Bummed is being saved for last. Yeah. Everyone's really excited about Fable. To be honest, I thought Fable just looked like it looked good, but I just don't have much of a Fable nostalgia bone. I only played the first one when I was a kid a little bit. I never like finished it. Game Freak are capable of making something so visually appealing at this new games they're showing off. Why the hell do they make such lazy games? Yeah, the Pokemon game budget is nothing. Fable was an Xbox original game. It was a British like RPG, so it was very kind of cartoon aesthetic driven, and it was very built around these morality systems where like you could be good or bad. British, and it was very in its own humor. Like, it wanted to be a humorous adventure game. And that's kind of like the point of it. And Fable 1 and 2 and 3 kind of kept building on each other to the point that Fable 3 was like multiplayer. You could play it with like friends, and you could go on this big adventure with them. And you could be like the most horrible person in the world, or you could be the nicest, most charming hero. And they haven't made a new game since like a Connect game in like 2010 or something like that. It's been a long time since there's been a Fable game. So they're finally bringing Fable back. And yeah, the presentation made it look really good. If you're looking for an RPG like that, I think it will scratch that itch. It looks like it will. I'm very gameplay focused. So I these morality systems and stuff seem very cool, but I want to see like a variety of enemies and different ways I can handle combat interactions. And that's what will intrigue me about these certain games. So yes, Game Freak looks blah. If Game Freak are capable, yes, because the budget's so tiny. Forza Horizon 6 looks really good as expected. Totally forgot that there was something Playground was working on besides Fable. Forgot the company that makes Forza Horizon was making another Forza game. I'm looking for a Kinect RPG, yes. Beast of Reincarnation looks rough and choppy. What's so weird, though, is Beast of Reincarnation looks to be a sort of like Square Enix Final Fantasy type of combat game made by Game Freak, the Pokemon devs. And what's weird about it is that the cutscenes looked very choppy, but the actual overall gameplay was for the most part pretty smooth, which surprised me. But I'm very curious about Beast of Reincarnation. I kind of hope it's good because it would be cool to see Game Freak redeem themselves and finally be able to say, yes, we can make good games. It's just that we're given a year and a bag of chips to make a new Pokemon game, so that's why they kind of suck. Fable looks beautiful. Gay Freak making a video. Hope Killing is cool, but literally zero interest in anything of what they're showing off. Jesus, man, that's so negative. Honestly, not sold on Fable anymore. Gameplay didn't quite hit the way I thought it would, but still, this person got downvoted for that. Looks like Fable. First climbing games, now pottery, traveling to Japan when, time for a new genre, millennials in their 30s slop, or just millennial slop. No hate, this game looks great. It sounds like hate. Millennial slop? That's awesome. Every time I play a game that was released in the 2000s, I'm going to be like, what is this, millennial slop? I mean, come on. The one person, one dog action RPG. Sold when I saw the real-time combat with pause FF7 remake. Yes, it literally looks like FF7 Kingdom Hearts gameplay, which I think is really interesting. That reminds me of Friend Slop. Yeah, that's what Kiln is. It's Friend Slop, which I was thinking that sounds awful. Because it's stupid. I made a fun game with your friends. Oh, that's so lazy. I mean, there definitely are low-effort, friend-focused games that are trying to like push out a game early so that you play it and you can ignore the faults because you're playing with your friends. I think that does exist, but it's like, you playing with your friends now? Fuck you. Fuck you. Thought for sure they cut some of the life sim. Yeah, in Fable you can like get married to like multiple people and have children and then like get divorced and have more children and become a landlord and evict people, and I don't know. It looks funny. Looks pretty faithful. Someone who was highly skeptical of this looks incredible. Yeah, people seem really, really, really pleased with Fable. So I'm happy for them. I'll have to see more before I say, like, Fable looks... To me, Kiln was, like, the clear, like, that's a cool game. That's a cool game idea. I love the creativity. I love the presentation. So, I'm going to take a quick break. We're going to wrap up the Xbox portion of the stream here. I'm going to take a break. I'm actually going to end stream so that I can re-upload this probably as a video on YouTube or so it's separate. But, yeah, we'll end stream and then we'll come back and we're going to continue our Dark Souls-a-thon, playing all the Dark Souls games. So, well, it's me! I'm right there. What the hell? Boom. You see all my channel names, Jesus. Yeah. So that's where we'll end. Repo, Lethal Company, Peak, those games were actually dope, though. Yeah, see, that's kind of what I'm saying, is that those games were all good. I think, like, the only game that comes to mind to me that kind of felt a little bit like friend slop, I guess you could say, is that recording game. But that game was literally free, so it's not even like they were, like, trying to make money off of it, you know? What was that game called? I saw someone else playing it recently, but we played it a couple times, I think. Or maybe once. I don't even remember what it was called now. But you like went down with like a camera, and then you were like, you could like take your clip later and like upload it. Like it would actually save the recordings that you did to make a video out of it. And that one was like, it was fun, but it definitely felt like the laziest of them. It didn't have any other like mechanical depth, and that recording system was just like fine. Like it was actually kind of difficult to make anything actually that funny about it. You're remembering. I don't remember what it was called. I'm looking through my Steam library because I know I own it, but all right, I'm just gonna end stream for a little bit, and then we'll come back with the Dark Souls trilogy. And I need to get a drink of water. So I'll be back in like 5 minutes, and yeah, we're gonna continue with Dark Souls 1. My plan was to play Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, play an hour of each of those, and then when we get to Dark Souls 3, if I haven't found the small doll, I'm just gonna search it, we'll find the small doll, and then we can actually play Dark Souls 3, because we haven't played it in a while. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of like it, and especially because it was hot off the heels of Lethal Company getting popular. So, all right, cutting the stream here.